After making a gear tooth, you'll need to create a hub. Luckily, MEMS Pro has a library of certain parts that you can use, so you don't have to draw a lot of the basic stuff yourself. So if I go to Library, I look at Library Palette, then I look at Passive Elements, and I click on that. The first thing in the Passive Element subdirectory of the Library Palette is the Journal Bearing 1. This is a basic bearing which works really well for this assignment. So we go ahead and we insert it. We click as to where we want to put it. Close that box. And now you can see that the bearing is on your design. Okay. The only downside is it's not centered at 0, 0. So what I want to do is move this thing to 0, 0. I'm going to drag it over. And I've turned Object Snap on and Center on. So that's how I could align the center of the hub to the 0, 0 point on my layout. Okay? So where is that, you might ask? Well, if you go to the Draw menu and you click on it, you can see that there is something called Object Snap. If I move over that, you can see the Enable Object Snap button has been checked and the center has been checked. Okay, you might want to line up the corners of a structure or the base of the structure, and then you can use midpoint or edge or vertex, quadrant. So there's different ways you can do Object Snap. Okay, so now I've centered it. So there's your hub. Okay, and you can look at it. Go to 3D Tools. Okay, you can take a look at the 3D Tools and view it. Then you can cross-section it, look at it from the side view, and see how it's constructed. Since you didn't do it yourself, make sure it's at the right size and everything that you want. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that, and there it is. So, and if we go to this cross-sectional tool, doesn't matter if we do it vertically or diagonally, since it's symmetric about an axis. So when we cross-section it, this is what our bearing looks like. Okay, so it's our basic hub, and it works really well. So now that's our hub. Let's take a look real quick how big it is. You can use the rulers tool, and you can go ahead and see how wide this is. And it's 30 microns in diameter. So if you're going to create another disk and merge it with this hub, if you're going to make like a Poly 1 structure, a Poly 1 gear, you'll use the Tori tool, and we'll do that in a minute, and center it about, again, 0, 0 with the correct radius. Okay, so you don't want to use a whole piece of Poly 1 that covers the center of the hub, because then it'll be obstructed and it won't work. So that's it for grabbing a hub off of the library palette and dropping it and centering it at 0, 0 to set yourself up to make the rest of the gear.